Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to take this very affordable Duke number 3 and turn it into a Coyote catching machine. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this trap in the vise so I can hold it there. I'm going to take my J-hook tool. I'm going to take that J-hook, take this chain off, but I'm going to save this swivel for the end. That's what I'm going to attach my earth anchor to. Take this J-hook out. Set that aside because you're going to need that in a minute. Flip it over. It's got this hole in the base here, but it doesn't go through both pieces of the base plate. So I'm going to put it in the vise this way. I'm going to drill that hole out. And I'm going to put this J-hook back in there. Alright, I brought you back. I had to open that J-hook up quite a bit. I forgot about that, but I'm just telling you, you do have to open that up to get this to go through this frame. There. This takes a little bit of patience. I'm going to go ahead and close this J-hook now that I got it through the frame. I'm going to put a crush-proof swivel in here. Like that. And I'm going to put a new chain on it. Same length as the old one, just stronger. Close that J-hook. Then I'm going to take this swivel from the other chain that was on here. I'm going to put it on this end of this chain. Then I'm going to get another J-hook, put through here, then I'm going to attach this earth anchor. Then I'll bring it back. Okay, so I got that back. Got the crush-proof swivel here. I got the J-hook through the frame. Got the new chain on there. Put the old swivel back on here, put a J-hook in here, and then I attach the wolf fang anchor. So there's that part, and we got plenty of swiveling action here. So we're going to be fine there. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this 4-coil kit on there. I got this from F&T. It's number 10 beefer 4-coil kit. I'll put a picture of it in the video. I got this idea from Coyote Whacker. Great channel. Go check him out. I met him out in Pennsylvania when I was there, and he said he was going to put this video out, and I told him I couldn't wait for him to put this video out because not that this trap can't catch coyotes the way it comes, but it is a little bit weaker. It's very economical. This was the first dozen coyote traps that I actually bought for myself a long time ago. And then I progressed from there and got a lot more other traps, other Duke traps, like the 550s, the number 2 square jaws. And I've modified some of them, but I really do like modifying traps. But these traps here, these number 3s, whenever I used them, I was using 2 at a time because I was afraid that they wouldn't hold. They're just weak. I mean, yes, they will hold, and yes, that other chain will hold a Coyote, but I feel better 4 coiling them, center swiveling them, base plating them, and giving it an earth anchor. But these are so easy to set up. So what I'm going to do here, it goes on there like this. These rivets, or whatever, they're like a push split ring pin. They slide on over where the other springs are attached. You put your springs on over this. Lift your pan up in the air. Put it on here like this. Put the springs underneath of there. Then what I do, just hold it on there with a pair of vice grips. Holds the springs and this part in place. And I got a piece of tubing. This is actually an old ramrod from a muzzle loader. Any small piece of tubing will work. Just pull it down, put it down over that spring, pull it around behind, slide it out. And that's how quick and easy that is. The kit comes with a little screw and a nut that goes on behind it. You're supposed to drill this out. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tack weld that. So I'll show you that when I get to that process. And then when I get to the welder, I'm going to have my brother do this welding for me. But when I get up there, I got 3/16 rod that I'm going to cut the same length as. These jaws are already thicker, but I like a laminated jaw trap. I want more surface area. So I'm going to cut these to 4 3/4. That's how long this raised area is, and have him weld those on there. I'll take this flapper wheel and I'll scuff right here, and I'll scuff up here where he's going to weld. And then I'll bring it back when we're welding this all together, and then I'll show you the finished trap. Stay tuned. Okay, I want to show you real quick on how I get these pieces of rod curved for the round jaws on here when I do the laminations. Just take a straight piece, clamp it down with vice grips on one end. And then just kind of push it down with your hand to form it to the jaws. Put another vice grip in the center, holds that down, take this one off, and then pull this other end all the way down. And then it'll stay curved on there, and just tack weld it and then take your vice grips off. That's how simple it is. All right, everybody, I'm just showing you. Let me zoom in here. Gonna weld that piece for the 4 coils right there. I already ground it with a grinder just to give it a better weld. We're gonna tack weld that, then we're gonna put the laminations on the jaws. That's not going to go anywhere now. I mean, that little screw that comes with it, and got to drill a hole in it, I wasn't real impressed with that. So I don't know. I'll show you how I clamp these rods on here for the lamination. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm going to start off by clamping one end. This one's a little loose. Push that down. Put another one in the middle. And then I'll clamp this one down on the end. clamping them from the opposite side so that he can tack weld it right there. Sometimes you'll have that, but got 4 tacks on each jaw. I'll go ahead and put the next one on. Gotta be careful, I'm not wearing gloves because it's just too hard to hold this stuff with gloves, but this is really hot, so you don't want to burn yourself. I'm going to go ahead and just cinch this down, and I'll go from the other side when I clamp it. That's that. Now it's laminated, 4-coiled. Alright everybody, I want to just show you the finished trap here now that I'm done with it. This was a standard Duke number 3 round jaw. What I did is that when I took you through the steps of how I changed that very inexpensive, affordable trap into a very strong Coyote catching machine, and then this is going to work great. After we welded the laminations on, welded this part for the 4 coils, I took this file. If you can see that trigger right there, I night latched it, just filed it back, and then squared off to where when you pull it down, it's right at night latch. And then the pan is sitting perfectly flat. Use my trap tester. I put the pan tension to 3 pounds. What I usually have on all of them. I said it's now center swiveled here on the bottom. Got a crush proof swivel here. New chain. Wolfang anchor. Another swivel here. So it's got plenty of swiveling points. This lamination looks awesome. I might take the grinder and just touch up a few spots if there's any sharp spots, just to make sure they're gone. And then I'll get that dipped, and it'll look like this one. These got to be re-dipped too, but this is another one. We just laminated these jaws, and I did a dozen of these, so put 4 coils on all of them, because I've had these traps. Like I said, these were the first dozen traps I ever bought for coyote trapping, and I just felt like they were weak. And now I can barely set this with my hands. I mean, it's got a lot more power, so I'm gonna be happy to have these this year. So we'll get this one dipped. I'll probably have another video coming out when I dip these, and so stay tuned for that. Really appreciate y'all watching. Good luck with everything.